So this will be day one of my vlog series here in the apocalypse. Not really sure who will be watching it given everyone's dead, but hey, it'll keep me sane. Maybe. Alright, introductions. My name's Jeremiah. Yeah, I know. My parents were the religious types and we don't really need to get anything heavy. Everyone calls me Bug. Yep, Bug. I know, weird, right? You know how it is. You go to school and you're just some dumb kid doing dumb kid things, and then suddenly the entire school is calling you a name just because you're interested in something, and now that name sticks with you for the rest of your life. Heck, even those at my job called me Bug, but yeah, I was just a kid on the playground and I liked bugs more than I liked the other kids, so they started calling me Bug. To make matters worse, as soon as you show how much you don't like being called something, they just start doing it that much more. Oh well. This is about 10 years after the outbreak. You're probably wondering how in the world a guy called Bug managed to live this long during the end of the world, right? Well, when you don't much like people for being to yourself, like working as a park ranger in the Hoosier National Forest and not being in downtown Louisville, the end of the world kind of just passes you by. Believe me, it was a quiet week in the forest where I was camping. When I packed up to go home, you should have seen my face when the first zombie shuffled over to my car and tried to eat me. Man, that was a shock. Anyhow, I'm here in Riverside now. It's not how I left it. When I went to work the week before the apocalypse, I'm here because, hey, it's the end of the world. I didn't have any friends, no girlfriend or anything like that, but I did have family, and they lived in Riverside. Chances of them not shuffling around with the rest of the pretty low. But I know. Come on. You'd be curious too, right? So that's where we are now. We're looking for my family. Thing is, it seems to have flooded or something since I've been here. You know something that's been bugging me? There's so many of these zombies wandering about. I don't even think there were this many people in all of Riverside. Maybe those up in Louisville made their way down here. This house here, I used to come here when I was a kid. A friend of my mom's. Don't really remember her name, and it's honestly not that important. Some of the windows are boarded up here and on the neighbors' homes. I think maybe people try to stick it out. I haven't seen anyone that wasn't already, dead. But there must be someone out there. I'll find something maybe. I did find a group of people when I was making my way down to Riverside from the forest. Bunch of people holed up in high school. They boarded up all the windows and people stuck it out in the gym. I was with them for a little bit, but it's funny. I used to eat up all those post-apocalyptic drama shows, and every single time they'd all group up, there'd be some issues that would come up. Stupid things that would lead to stupid drama caused by stupid people doing stupid things. I always thought how dumb that was. It made no sense to me. No way would that happen if the world descended in chaos. It makes no sense. Why would people try to kill each other or leave the elderly behind? Steal foods or weapons, right? Man, was I wrong. It was like I was living the post-apocalyptic drama. Only wish I had this recorder for when I was there. You wouldn't believe it. You want to guess how the whole thing ended? Someone trying to seize control of the group and tell them they should be doing things their way instead, right? Nah. Some stupid person left the door open. Zombie got in, started doing its thing, and yeah, that's when I left. I was there for almost 10 years. All gone. Just like that. So I spent some time by myself in the woods, on the outskirts of towns, and slowly made my way south to Riverside. Used a log to float across the river and snuck my way here to this house. Ended up really enjoying being by myself, honestly. So much less drama. Plenty of time to spend with yours truly. Got this recorder here in this house. May as well, record everything, right? Document it. Maybe someone will find it. As far as plan goes, it's nothing too elaborate. I'd love a vehicle so I didn't have to walk everywhere, but I'm not too hopeful. Even if I find a car, battery's going to be dead. It's been 10 years. For now, I'm going to use this house as a sort of forward operating base and work my way into whatever is left of town. My folks, they live on the other side, of course. Our first day is just going to be perimeter clearing. When I was with those lovely people in that high school, we had this daily ritual of heading outside and killing all the zombies that wandered up to the fence. No friggin' idea where they all came from. They're like weeds. Everyone you knocked down, 10 more popped up in their place the next day. Anyhow, I traveled late, so I don't really have any supplies other than my clothes, this duffel bag, and a knife, but that's all I've really needed. I was living off the land, man. Like some kind of hippie. Besides, the 2 cans of oats I scavenged from a farm before I got here, of course. It's still living off the land, though, right? Like, I had to go and scavenge them. That's not so different from eating berries I find in the woods. So the first home I go into, there's a couple of things I notice. Whoever was here, I think, are still here. At least I hear some noise from within when I was walking around the building. I've been picking up all the garbage bags I find. Back in the high school, someone had this genius idea to use them to collect rainwater, so they kind of quickly became a high value item. I'll need them eventually, and honestly, they aren't too heavy. Now, the kitchen is where we hit gold because we found the holy grail of all friggin' kitchen appliances, the mighty can opener. No more bashing cans on rocks or using a dull knife and nearly cutting my finger off. No, no. Now we have the can opener. The end of the world isn't really that bad after all. It's the little things. There's some food too. But hey, can opener, right? Found a gun on this body here. No round in the chamber. It's a little depressing. I'm gonna just leave that zombie in there, you know? I don't have a way to get him out of there. And I don't really want to wait around all day for him to bust his way out of there. He'll be there. He'll be there. Someday I'll come back and he'll be just chilling in the room waiting for me. Got my hopes up pretty high to find myself a car, a working car. Not sure how I'm going to drive it here. All the sand everywhere. I would love to know what actually happened here. Maybe I can find a survivor who's been hanging out in the Riverside area or somewhere nearby. It obviously flooded. I didn't see anything like this up in the forest where I was, but oh well. This car, it's okay. It's seen better days. I don't really have a way to run it. I wasn't exactly the most mechanical type amongst the group of people in the high school. I preferred scavenging out in the woods, finding some berries, bringing back some rabbits, fishing. I let the other guys do the cars. There were some guys there, they could hotwire anything. Not me. No idea how to do it. But maybe I won't have to. Maybe I'll find a key. Bunch of people, you know, they didn't really believe people would steal their vehicles, so they left their car keys like, you know, hanging off the oil dipstick or up under the window visor. Maybe I'll find one. Who knows? When I got to this area, Riverside, there was something that was off to me. I started seeing these zombies that were in these black hazmat suits. Never saw these when I was up in that high school with the other group. That whole time I was up there, never saw anything like this. They've all been carrying around chemicals and tools and some like notes on how to do things and how to make things. There's been quite a few. I've seen a few more hanging out in like larger groups of zombies, but I haven't been too brave to make my way over there, see what's up. I have a feeling eventually we'll kind of make our way through, but it's not really my priority, but I have been noticing them. They stand out a bit, you know? All these zombies, they got like their skins hanging off of them, their clothes are hanging off of them. They've been out here for 10 years, but then there's those zombies. They're black, shiny hazmat suits shuffling around. Not even sure how he's supposed to infect anyone when he's got that visor up, you know? He can't exactly bite anyone. I want to keep clearing the perimeter around our newfound home here, and would you believe in the next group of zombies I find a friggin' crowbar? A big one. Like A really big one. This thing would be great for bashing zombies. Good old Kentucky. Found another gun. Feel like every home I'm going to go into, I'm going to find a gun. Never let me down. I'm going to come back to this house too. I want to get the curtains out of here. Make it a little bit safer in our own home. Take some of their clothing. Their boots. Well, would you look at that? Found a key for the car that's just outside. They were hiding a key in the cabinets. I knew I would find a key. But I'm going to take a wild guess and say that that car's battery is dead. It's been a long 10 years and that thing's just been sitting there. There's no way it's going to fire up. I'm going to take some of their cooking utensils, move it over to our house. We could do with a cooking pot and a mug and all this stuff. It's not really in that great a condition. I mean, it's been sitting for 10 years, so it's fine, honestly. Could have been a lot worse. Could have been a whole lot worse. I mean, it's got tires on it. When I was in the high school, they were scavenging tires and parts off of every vehicle they could find. They were just leaving empty husks of vehicles in all the parking lots. No, no vehicle was safe. All right, a perfect end to the day. Look at this. We got ourselves a toothbrush, a tube of toothpaste, some soap. Man, these are high priority items. The end of the world. You can't find this stuff anywhere. Is it still good after 10 years? I don't know. It's still a little minty. Maybe it's worth using it. I don't know. It's not like there's any scientists or dentists alive to tell me whether I should or shouldn't use it, you know? Our first day wasn't too bad, honestly. When I was making my way across the river over to this area, I saw quite a few more zombies in the town proper. So this area, it's not so bad, but I'm a little bit nervous about moving deeper into town when we go to look for our parents because, you know, can be quite a few zombies hanging out. But day one, it's going good. And, you know, got all this stuff. We got some food. Got some soap, got some toothpaste. We got a friggin' car. They don't have a battery, but we got a friggin' car, right? I mean, come on. Okay, I woke up a little bit early today. I ended up reading some of those notes that zombie in the black hazmat suit left behind on his dead self. I talked about making some laboratory equipment and some testing equipment. So running theory currently is that these guys were sent to try and make a vaccine. Didn't seem to go so well. So, hey, I'll pick it up. You know, I'm a certified park ranger. I know exactly how to make a vaccine. You know, but we're gonna start our day off by doing a little bit of a perimeter search here. Got ourselves a few zombies that wandered into the area. Just going to see if this guy's still stuck inside of the bathroom, and it appears he is. I'm still hearing some banging, so he's still stuck in there. Oh well. But the zombies from my time in the high school, they really liked to converge on where we were. It's like every little sound just sort of attracted them to the area, you know? So I'm going to every day kind of wake up, do a little bit of a circle around our area, see how many are here. So right behind our house is a gas station. I'm gonna make my way over there. I really don't expect there to be a whole lot going on there other than maybe a bunch of friggin' zombies hanging out wanting to, chew our faces off or whatever it is that zombies like to do. Makes you wonder if the zombies have a choice about what they're doing. When the zombies are hanging out and they're being all like shuffling around, being like, "Arr," when they come at a guy, do they have like a preference for food? I like my burgers, medium rare. I like my steak medium rare. Does a zombie have a preference? Like, I like cheeks or I like fingers, something like that. Makes you wonder. When you're by yourself, you get a lot of time to think about this. The car wash was one of my grand ideas. You hear a lot of noises coming from a dark tunnel, and the appropriate thing to do in a situation like this is to go into said tunnel. Now, normally, I wouldn't do this. This is why I lived for 10 years on my own. Well, not really on my own, but I lived for about a year on my own. The other 9 years I lived with a bunch of other people. We already went over that. We don't need to go over that again, right? But normally, you just avoid that tunnel. Ain't no reason to go in there. You're freaking out of your mind, man. There's no reason to go in there. But that car wash is right behind our house. We gotta clear it. We gotta clear this gas station. We gotta clear the area around here. We need it to be relatively safe. I don't expect to stay here long term. Plans change, though. We might end up staying here long term. Who knows? Kind of feels like this is all I do now is just smash zombies. There's so many friggin' zombies hanging out here. Like I was saying earlier in our previous day, I don't understand how there's so many zombies here. It doesn't make any sense. This many people didn't live in Riverside. I don't know where they came from. They had to have come down from Louisville. But who knows, when I was in the high school, man, there were a lot of zombies coming in. Oh well. Hey guys, thank you for watching. Really appreciate it. If you enjoyed, I would really appreciate it if you subbed or liked the video. Remember to do the same thing for anyone else that you enjoy watching on YouTube. It's how the algorithm recognizes up-and-coming YouTubers. We have a community server if you're looking for like a heavily modded server to play on. The information to connect, it's on our Discord or in the video description. The adventures of Bug will continue on. These styles of videos take me quite a long time to make, and my schedule is a little rough, especially when it comes to making these series that require a little bit more editing than the typical Let's Play style. I will release them as often as I can, but don't be disheartened or surprised if there's no video on the scheduled release day.